Hello and welcome to Check It Out with Rich. We are at the 2025 Pennsylvania Alliance Family Meetup, and I'm getting something done to my camper. So let's go over and see what's going on over here. Okay, this is Scott from Tank Rangers, and he's going to clean out my holding tanks. Scott, what's the number one tip you can tell anybody?
Water. Use lots of water.
Lots of water?
And when you go number 2, fill the bowl up twice. And when you go number 1, fill that bowl up once. And always have your starting water, at least 5 gallons of water in each tank.
Good advice.
It'll save you a lot of headaches.
How long have you been doing this?
About 2 years or so.
2 years? Business is pretty good when you go to campgrounds?
Yes. Well, it's hit and miss.
Yeah.
You know, you get into campgrounds and all of a sudden everybody has to do it.
Yeah.
They start talking and
Yep.
it's fun. Especially you get a lot of people that they spend a lot of money
Oh yeah.
on these campers and
Yes.
they don't never tell anybody how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then they have problems, smells, and their sensors don't work.
Yep.
So I help them out.
Yeah, I think we quit looking at our sensors after the first or second trip.
All right. My valve is working a little tight.
A little tight.
So the valve, on all your valves, you can clean this with WD, only for a cleaner. Then you can
Okay.
use 3-in-1 oil or gun oil to lubricate them.
Okay.
You do have a valve on there.
Yes.
Okay.
It's open.
Yep.
He's referring to, I put a Volterra valve on the end. So that way there, I close out when I'm done. And then when I take the cap off the next time, I don't have a lot of residue water coming out. I'll get a little shot of it here.
No sense of adventure.
No, none whatsoever. Yeah, that's it there.
I'm just lubing up my my valve, using it enough times. It does get sticky.
Now, do you recommend any treatments?
We recommend using liquefied.
Okay.
We've partnered up with them, and if you use Tank Rangers as a discount code, you can get 30% off.
30%? Oh, wow,
At
that's pretty good.
Liquefied's website.
Yes, yeah.
You can get it on Amazon, but you won't get the 30%.
Yeah, I actually bought one on Amazon at one time just because I was running low and we were leaving, and I got one of those ones that wasn't really a sight.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Yeah.
But liquefied seems to work really well. If there's an ingredient in there to help lubricate your valves.
Okay.
The toilet bowl cleaner is also important. Using liquefied's toilet bowl cleaner,
Yes.
because it has enzymes in there and it's 100% biodegradable. And there's an ingredient in there that conditions the seal in your toilet.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. If you
I
use the
didn't know
commercial cleaners and stuff,
Yeah.
it'll dry that seal up.
Yeah.
Or worse, put the commercial sealers cleaners in there. It could kill the enzymes in your tank,
Yes.
and then you're just doing a feel good.
Yep. I've actually been using their toilet bowl cleaner since they come out with it.
Yes, it's great stuff.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of companies trying to disprove it, but
Well, you know what?
liquefied always comes out.
You go on YouTube and there's a lot of guys that got the totes out and they got all the different brands there, and liquefied beats them all every time.
Yep. Now, emptying your tanks, a lot of people empty the black tank and then flush it with the gray.
Yes.
Not a bad idea, but you can do better than that.
Yes.
Because your hose is dry, you want to wet the slide.
Yep.
By opening up the gray just enough to wet the hose,
Mm-hmm.
so that you don't get all the dry spots or the particles.
Yeah. Another thing is I open a gray first too to make sure all the connections are good.
Yes. I have to say I was in Florida
Oh yeah.
and I didn't do that. And I reached across this
Yep.
brown hose and it was all dry rotted, and I opened it up and there was 3 or 4 places and I got a poop bath.
Huh.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I was doing a video on the emaciator pump,
Okay.
and I hooked the hose up to the wrong port. and turned it on. That was a mess. While Scott's setting up here, I've never had my tanks cleaned. I flushed them this morning just like I normally do. I keep filling up the black tank until the water comes out nice and clean. So we're going to see how well I did. He's hoping he gets a lot out. I'm hoping he doesn't, because then I'm doing my tanks good and the liquefied's working. Now, what about toilet paper?
Toilet paper, if you want to save some money, use whatever you want. It's a
Okay.
myth. It's one of the myths.
Yeah, Becky buys this stuff from Sam's Club.
Yep.
That is pretty much like a quilt blanket.
Whatever makes your caboose happy.
Okay.
When I do seminars, and we can use some of Becky's when I do the seminar later.
Okay.
I get jars of water, and I have 1-ply, 2-ply, and 3-ply. Give everybody 2 sheets, and then they put them in the water. They get to play with them.
Okay.
15 minutes later, after I'm done doing this, and I talk too much, everybody holds them up, and they're all mush. They're all the same.
Okay.
The key is using enough water.
Yes.
Your starting water, 5 gallons, and again, when you flush, when you go number 1, fill the bowl up once. When you go number 2, fill the bowl up twice. Water's your friend. And then when you travel, 10 to 15 gallons in each tank, so it sloshes around and gets the ceiling.
Which makes sense, yeah.
Yep. So now what we're going to do is we opened up all the valves, and whichever one gets in there first is the magical one.
Okay, I'm predicting the black tank.
It just depends on where it is.
Yep.
We got to make sure that our jets aren't plugged up. See what we got.
You know, as you can see, he's got a pump in here, and he's just feeding it in, and he's going to see which tank he can hit first. I'm thinking he's in the black tank.
You think so?
I think so.
You know how you can tell? One, by what's coming out, or we close the valve, and whichever one pinches the hose, that's when we're in.
Want to pinch a valve?
Huh?
You want to pinch a valve?
Sure.
All right, let's see if I'm right. No. So then it has to be this one.
Yep, that's
All
the one.
right. That's the bathroom tank.
All right, the bathroom. Looks like there's fairly clean. It looks like it's nice and clean, but that's the stuff that was in there. Oops, someone
yeah.
had a Q-tip. You see black specks in there.
Rebecca?
Black specks usually are mold, or white specks, they're mold. And usually the gray tanks, you know, they're warm, moist, the perfect environment for mold to grow.
Yes.
So what's important is mold gets bad enough in there, gets black, and then it starts spitting spores out. And they become airborne. Next thing you know, they're in your camper. And young people, old people, or people with respiratory problems, it really affects them. So as I was cleaning, it looks like it's clear water, but as I stopped it, you can see all the buildup, the soap. So it's recommended at least once a year to get them professionally cleaned. Sometimes what you can get is called struvite. It's a hard peanut brittle substance that builds up in your tank, and it smells like a bucket of number 1 in the hot sun for about a week.
Oh, really?
And that's one of the reasons why I flush it, it's clear, and I can't get that smell out. You either have a buildup of poop in there that is hardened in there, or struvite. And struvite, I don't know of any chemicals on the market that
will break it down.
When I go in there and there's struvite, it sounds like I'm throwing a handful of gravel and it breaks it all up.
Oh, wow.
We always use a pan there so that we try and catch all the water so that we leave the site nice and clean.
Yep.
You can see the pump isn't very loud, so it really isn't bothering a whole lot of people.
No, it's not bad at all.
And what I do is I go in there and I clean the tanks, and after I get it clean, I back flush it, fill it up, flush it out, because the jets can hold the stuff back from going down.
Okay, I see.
The jets will shoot 6 to 8 feet out, and your tank isn't that big, so it's all around in there. Oh, there was a big chunk. It could have been a chunk of mold.
Another chunk.
Yep. That's just the mold breaking loose. You get a big chunk, and that's your shower.
Yeah.
You're not letting them chunks go in there. It's just a big chunk of mold in there. Let's see, we can close it, trap some of the water, and we can see it's still pretty dirty, and the black chunks are the mold. So a lot of people that, myself personally, I ran into people that say, hey, mine's really clean, and I don't have a problem. Well, I make them a deal. I'll clean your tanks, and if I don't get nothing, it's free. I've never done a free one.
No, no.
Because there's always stuff in there.
Yep.
It's just like normal maintenance. Just like your car. You gotta change the oil all the time. You gotta clean these tanks. Just so that they're nice and healthy. Your water heater, you want to flush that out. If you were full time, 4 times a year.
Four times a year for full time.
Yep, just flushing it out.
Yeah.
You can get a looks like a long straw with a curve, screw it onto the a garden hose, and you get one of these right here, and they're kind of cheap, so they may break easily. Yep. But you want to get a bottle brush, and you want to get a little steel brush that plumbers use, because you want to clean the threads out where the cap or the anode rod goes. Yeah. And the bottle brush, you go in and break everything loose in there. I like to use a couple 5-gallon buckets and catch all the water, so I can show the customer, hey, this
what's in there.
Yep. And if I got time, or I usually do a complimentary cleaning, flushing of it. There's other people that charge, but I was like,
I normally do mine twice a year. I'll do one in the fall when I close up, and then halfway through the summer I'll do it again.
And that's good, but you're only part-time.
Yes. Yeah.
And then after you dump, see, there's some more right there.
I see that, yeah.
Black chunks coming down. I don't know if they can see that or not, but yeah, it's not a bad idea to take 10, 20 gallons, push it up in there, and flush it out with the Flush King.
Yeah.
Just to make sure all the water comes out. I mean, all the particles come out. You should always have your tanks 2/3 or more before you empty them, so that you get that rush, and it starts swirling in there like the tub or your sink. And you're scooping up all those fellas hanging out in the corner. You don't want to deprive them of their friends and send them down the poop slide. So they're friends. This is after you flushed it.
Okay, now we're in a black tank right now. So I would say, after looking at that, I'm not cleaning as well as I thought.
Well, you're cleaning good. It's just that a professional cleaning, and then we'll go over some things on how to keep them from building up like this. But they still build up.
Yeah.
It still builds up. You still want to get it cleaned at least once a year. Some people twice a year, depends on how you use it. If after the next year your tanks are real super clean, hey, let's go 1.5 or 2 years. I mean, I could talk to customers, get them every 6 months, but I want people to be my customers for a long time. I want to be square with them, so that let them know why and how, and save them money. Speaking of saving money, did I talk about toilet paper? Toilet paper, a couple of the myths before I forget. Whatever makes your caboose happy. Toilet paper, it's a myth. Use whatever you want, as long as you use enough water. You want to use the thick stuff, the thin stuff, the RV, whatever you want. Make sure you use enough water. If you make a baseball out of it, you
Yeah.
still might have trouble.
Yeah.
Ice cubes, never put ice cubes in there because it's a myth. The sharp edges are automatically melt off, just like when you make a cocktail.
Yep.
And then they float, so if there's any liquid in there, it floats. The other thing is, depending upon the type of sensors you have, the ice could actually break the sensor off.
Oh, really?
And a service manager from a dealership told me, he said, you get enough ice in there, it could super cool the tank, make it brittle, and it could actually crack the tank.
Huh.
I thought it was a lot stronger than that, but
Yeah.
he's a service manager.
Yep.
He's probably seen a lot more than I have in that. So that would be one of the myths.
So after that first initial blast, huckiness, not seeing too much more. It is a little discolored.
Yep, it's a little discolored. So there's still a little bit in there. Yep. If I'm cleaning in there and I get a bunch of gunk out, it might come out like runny pudding.
Yeah.
If I get it clean and there's no more solids and it just keeps coming brown water, then is packed in there and it's dissolving.
I got you. Yeah.
It's dissolving it off of
Yep.
there. And you can flush your tank and have it clear as a bell, but it's not dissolving that stuff.
Now, just for reference, we've had this camper for 3 years and 7 months, and this is the first time we've had it cleaned professionally. Now, we're not full time. We spend at least a month and a half a year in the camper.
Yep. Once a year, and again, the second year you can see how clean it is.
Yeah.
Some people, every year I'm getting it. But if it's the second year and it's really clean, well, let's
You're
go
good.
2 years.
Yeah. All right, so what we did is we went into the bathroom tank first, and then he pulled out of there. I closed this valve, and then he went up and got into another tank, and then I crimped it to catch which tank he was in, and we're in the black tank now. So next, when he's done there, we'll go into the kitchen tank. Okay, yeah, we're in the kitchen now, and you can see, you would think that would be the black. Rebecca, you have to start wiping off your dishes before you put them in the sink.
But then what would Scott do?
They got me on that one.
Near this end of the tank, you can see all the crud that's in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's towards the where the valve is on the tank, and his jets are shooting backwards. So right now it's shooting all that stuff right towards the drain. Okay, Scott, so we're all done with the high pressure
Hydrojetting.
hydrojetting. So what's next?
Now we're going to back flush because the jets in there may hold some of the little fellas been there.
Okay.
And we've already sent all the fellas down there. We don't want to deprive them of their friends.
Yep.
So we're going to send them down the poop slide.
Okay, and we're going to back flush through the Volterra Flow King, right?
Flush King.
Flush King.
Yep. And what we can do is we'll put a longer one on there so we can see.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can shut the valve and it'll back up. You can see what all's still left in there.
Yep. There'll always be some of it that hangs out in there that it doesn't come out. So we want to fill it up and get the swirl. We get all the little particles that sat on the bottom of the tank that dropped before the water came out.
Okay.
So we can flush that out. And like I say, I only do 80% just in case. you know, there's change the tank or. All
Okay,
right.
so these are 53-gallon tanks. So
Yep.
you're going to do about roughly 42 gallon.
Yep. It's 10.6 would be 20%. Take just round it up to 11.
Yeah.
So 42 max that I'm gonna fill it up to.
Okay.
I've had customers say it's a 53-gallon tank. I put 53 in there all the time. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
You do have the pipes going to it that takes up some of the
Yeah. Yep.
volume as well. So we have one tank open right now.
Right now we have the kitchen tank open,
Okay. And now what we're gonna do?
which was the dirtiest out of all three.
Yep. We're going to flush it.
And
We'll just
then he's got a save a drop flow meter on there.
And one is the cumulative, the other one is instant.
Yes. And then we'll sit back and wait till we hit 42 gallon.
Yep. And now once you fill in like here, when you empty out more so on the black tank,
Yeah.
the pipe should be solid, full. If it's emptying and there's an air bubble on there, on the top part of it, what we watch for, what that means is sucking air back up through there.
Somewhere, yeah.
Now you probably have an obstruction in your vent pipe on the roof.
Oh,
So it's not
Okay.
letting air in there, so it's
yeah,
sucking
makes
it
sense.
back up
Yeah,
through
makes
there.
sense.
So that's one of the things that we look for when we fill it up. We look under there, make sure nothing's dripping, any weird sounds like a bracket broke and
Yeah.
starts creaking, anything dripping. And then when we empty out, we do watch for that to flow, make sure that the vent's not plugged up.
Okay.
And we only fill it, I only fill it to 80%.
Yeah.
Just because we don't want to have to get the mop out.
Yeah, so this whole time you're doing this, you're just not cleaning the tanks. You're also looking for other issues too.
Yes. Yep. I had a customer example. I'm filling it up, and next thing you know, it's dripping underneath. And she goes, what happened? What happened? I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? But what happened was his bracket holding the tank up broke. And there was a propane line. It was resting on a propane line. That was the
Oh, wow.
only thing stopping the tank from coming
Yeah.
through. So if the propane line would have broke, we'd have had a real problem.
Yeah.
So a week later, he took it apart and he found what it was. And it was just a broken bracket. And it was a fairly new camper. So even though they're newer, you still got to look
Oh,
out,
yeah.
watch
Yeah.
for the stuff like
Yep.
that. Especially COVID campers, sometimes they're.
That's what we are, a COVID camper.
I had one too.
We've had our issues, but not bad.
Yep.
We wouldn't trade it for anything, so
Yeah, they're.
we just worked through it, and Alliance has been great. So
Yep.
I can't complain about them.
And what I do is I take Clorox wipes, try and clean my equipment
Yep.
every time. When I'm at a customer, a lot of them want to help.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I'll do it because I mean, I've got
Yeah.
everything and I don't want you to touch someone else's poop.
Yep.
Some of them would say, okay. And then someone said, oh, I can wash my hands. But it's fun. I enjoy doing this. So many people get so frustrated because of their tanks not smelling, not running right.
Yeah.
And it's just that they were just never shown how to do it.
Yeah.
I always say, people say, well, no one ever told me that.
Mm-hmm.
My response is, when you were born, God gave everybody the
Yep.
same camping knowledge.
Yep.
Nothing. We all have
Yep.
to learn. I learn all the time.
Yeah. Well, after seeing the
See now, right here, as an
I got a
example,
leak coming there.
That leak that you got there is your external valve.
Yeah.
Twist on.
Yep.
The seal's probably getting worn out.
It's been on there for 3.5 years,
Yep.
so it's probably
You
about ready
can
for a
pull
new
the
one.
seal out and,
Yes.
and replace the seals.
Yeah.
So those are just things that I show the customer.
Yep.
A
No.
a lot of them say, you never did that before, so you did it. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
No.
I'm the bad guy.
No, but after seeing the kitchen tank, I do believe I am going to order one of the Flush Kings.
Yep, Valterra Flush King.
Yeah, and that'll help clean out the gray tanks because I do have the black tank flush.
Yep. I would also do it with the black tanks too.
Really?
Do the flush, you know, and then just do it once just to make sure the solids are gone.
Yeah.
All right, now we're at
Okay, we're at
41, and we'll go 42, which is approximately 80% of 53.
Yep.
Close.
and let's see what we get.
Let's see. And on a gray tank, it may not fill the pipe up because it usually reduces to 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
And 1.5 inches, and then we can slow it down and stop it, and we can see
There's still some chunks
there's
there.
still chunks in there, and there will be when you first get in there because
Yeah.
it's being pushed back, and that's why we flush them out.
Okay. Really, what I'm seeing, it doesn't look that bad.
No, it's actually pretty good. You know, you got a couple floaters around
Yep.
in there, but we can flush it again. You know, it doesn't take much to flush it out, and I'd rather spend the extra time to do it the right way.
Yeah.
Well, I do space my cleanings out because I want to have the customer have the
Okay.
experience
Yes. Yeah.
of getting good service on
Yep.
it.
And you might run into some difficulties. So.
Yes. And I also, you know, after the cleaning, week, 2 weeks, whatever, a lot of people forget or they have questions.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to call. I'm more
Okay,
than
good.
happy to answer.
Good.
And all of our franchisees are
Same way.
like the same way.
Okay. So
More
it
than
doesn't
happy
end
to
here.
help. Pardon?
The service doesn't end here.
Correct. Yep. That was just some stuff that.
Okay, yeah, so there's still some stuff in there. So we're going to go ahead and flush it again
Yep.
just to get all that extra out. Now, is it normal to do a second flush on a gray tank?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. But,
Just depends on the tank.
okay.
Um,
No, black tank
I usually do black tank twice.
twice?
minimum.
Okay.
Just that it's been shown that way,
Yeah.
and I feel so much better. You know, because you
So
do
does the
have
tank.
stuff in there that, like when I'm in there with a wand, it's a high pressure, low volume,
Mm-hmm.
and they say you get a lot of toilet paper in there, and it's not flushing it out because there's not a lot of
Volume to carry it away.
Yep. So when I do the back flush, I've had a chunk of toilet paper come out,
Okay.
a big wad,
Yeah.
and that's just because it wasn't the volume.
Okay.
And the jets sometimes push stuff away from the hole.
Okay, so we got both grays flushed out. The kitchen we did twice, and the shower we just did once, and now we're doing the black. So this is the big test.
Da 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 da.
So we'll put 42 gallon in there and see what comes out. Okay, we got the 42 gallon in, and
Yep.
we're gonna see how clean it is.
Nice and clean. Can even stop it.
Yeah,
One or two little
very
floaties.
small particles in there.
Yep.
Very good, Scott. All right, I think that was a success.
All right. Russ was.
We're on our last flush.
Okay, last flush,
I did the poop tank twice.
which there wasn't much in there to
Yep.
begin with, so this is
And
just
you
your.
can see how full the pipe is.
Yep.
If the air bubble went all the way up, then it's sucking air in there. Then you have a obstruction on the roof.
Okay. Okay, we're all done. Scott did an excellent job, and I was surprised the kitchen tank was as dirty as it was. So that Flush King,
Yep,
Yeah.
Belterra Flush King.
Yeah, Belterra Flush King is a definite purchase for us in the future. That way we can flush out all 3 tanks instead of just the black. You want to hit on some high points right away. I know you mentioned about toilet paper, water volume.
Yep.
Just as a recap.
Toilet paper is one of the myths. You want to save some money, use whatever makes you happy. You don't have to get the RV toilet paper as long as you use enough water. And then you always start with 5 gallons of water. When you go number 1, fill that bowl up all the way once. When you go number 2, fill the bowl up twice. Water's your friend. We do use liquefied, but if you're using something and it's working for you, great. If you decide you want to try liquefied, just go to Liquefied's website and use Tank Rangers as a discount code, and you get 30% off. The ice is a myth. It can do more damage than good.
You were saying about dumping. How much water to keep in a tank when you dump?
Yep. Before you dump, you want to make sure it's at least 2/3 full before you dump so that you get that rush of water and it swirls in there just like your tub or your sink to pick up all the little fellas in the corner. When you travel, you want to put 10 to 15 gallons in each tank so that it can slosh around, get the roof of your tank, get everything washed down in there. When you go to set up, empty it out, and then put starting water in there up to 5 gallons. If you're going to park less than 30 days, just leave it in there till the next time you go. More than 30 days, it's not a bad idea to empty it out so
Okay.
it doesn't get real cruddy
Yeah.
in there.
That I didn't think that. I thought, what's the difference if you left it in there? It would help dissolve everything.
Yeah, it gets in there, and if stuff starts growing,
Yeah.
well, then you got a real
Okay.
perfect environment
Okay.
for the bad stuff to grow.
All right. All right. Scott from Tank
Thank you.
Rangers. Thank you.
Yep, Tank Rangers.
Scott, I think you forgot something.
I scared the crap out of that little turd. He's afraid to go back in.